Hey, Ducky. Ducky. There. Ducky thumbnail for views. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to talk about quickly this morning. I wanted to talk about just this industry and what is happening. This is really for customers to maybe understand what's going on, why you can't find a good diagnostic shop, why you've spent thousands of dollars on a problem and it's not fixed. And oftentimes in the past, I've sort of thrown shops under the bus, other mechanics under the bus. Why can't these guys diagnose this simple? Not really simple. It's complex. But you find a broken wire somewhere on a car that's come in and it's had $1,500 of parts thrown at it. And there's a part to this equation that I've not talked about. Sure, a technician can take pride in himself and not be a parts changer, but that only takes you so far. And that's kind of where I've focused the most, because I've always taken pride in my work. I never want to be wrong. I want to be right. I want to be accurate. But there's a side to this field that people don't understand. And this was really made light to me in the ASOG group, the Automotive Shop Owners group on Facebook, and then also the Changing the Industry podcast. And then some of my other guys that have branched off from these groups and are talking about it. And I just want to talk about it too, that our field, the automotive field, does not incentivize technicians to be proper diagnosticians. It doesn't. We are not charging properly to our customers to support that technician who is a diagnostic specialist to be accurate in his calls. What we are doing in this industry is we are incentivizing, not intentionally, but this has been going on for 40, 50, 60 years probably, that we put priority on changing a part, charging labor, maybe a part markup. It's profitable for a shop, and it's not profitable to charge diagnostic time. Testing time is probably a better word for that technician. And, when they're paying guys at a dealership level 0.3 of an hour to troubleshoot a problem, how in depth is that technician willing to go? They make the same amount. We used to get paid 0.3 on an oil change. So the diagnostic technician, your kind of brain surgeon of the automotive field, is getting paid the same as the guy that's changing oil on that car over there. It's ridiculous. Sure, their hourly rates are different in a flat rate system, but it's just ridiculous. We as an industry are not doing this right. We're not doing this right. If we want to attract technicians that are true diagnostic technicians that have the ability to absorb this electrical knowledge and be able to do research and be paid for that time, or to get that technician to make the type of money he deserves to make, we have to start charging for this stuff. And to the lay person, they say, I hear this a lot, what do you mean you're charging me to research my car? You should know what the problem is. You're the professional. And that's just pure ignorance. The lay person has no idea the complex systems on these cars. Even just year to year, one model year difference, there can be real differences in computers and networking that needs to be studied to look at it. And a lot of, even our own technicians, we eat our own technicians and shop owners in the field say, well, I'm not going to charge for that. I don't feel right about charging for research. I'll make money on the next one. So you've done your research. You've spent 5 hours on a job because it's the first time you've seen that problem. You spent, maybe 5 hours researching and a couple hours testing, and you only charge for the testing, and you think you're going to make it up on the other side. Well, what if you never see that problem again? And that's what happens. You see these problems one time and you say, well, I'm not going to bill for that. It's ridiculous. And here's why. The technician that can navigate through all that material is not being paid for that time. He's being paid more to throw parts at the problem, stop at a certain level, throw parts at the problem, and he just has no incentive to park his butt in front of the computer screen and learn and read and do the proper testing. This is what it takes. We need to start billing for this stuff and stop apologizing for it. We need these parts manufacturers, these parts stores to stop offering free diagnostics. A code scan with a little reader is not a diagnostic. It's not diagnostics, free diagnostics. I'm going to read this code and tell you what parts it probably needs. We're killing ourselves. We're eating our own. We need to start charging for diagnostic time, including research. You guys that say otherwise, it's just out of pure ignorance. You have no idea what it takes to fix modern day cars and the amount of research it takes. Every single car we touch, we got to park our butts in front of that computer screen and read about system description, operation, how it works, because there are subtle differences car to car, year to year, model to model. And we just have to start charging accordingly. But here's the final piece. To charge accordingly, and what I'm talking about, to make enough money performing those testing procedures, to pay that diagnostic technician, we have to be right. That technician has to be right. There has to be a 100% almost guarantee that you're going to make the right call. And if you make the wrong call, you got to eat it. I mean, that's what this is about. So, I don't know, just a rant.